Hello and welcome to the Yamabachi podcast, hosted by me, the Germ, joined by.
I don't remember what to do. It's Ghosty. We're back. Season 2.
Back for season 2. No booze this time.
No booze. It's over. We're onwards and upwards.
Now that was season 1 Ghosty. This is season 2 Ghosty.
Distant past. That was like 4 days ago. Or maybe like a week. I can't remember. It was recent.
You told me off camera. What is an axolotl called in Japan again?
Oopa Doopa. And I'm decked out today.
Hoopa Rupa?
Oopa Doopa.
It's a really cool shirt, so I wanted to point that out.
I'm glad I got to show off my sleeves.
Your sleeve tats.
When I wear this shirt and nobody says anything, I'm like, where are my compliments? Please, pay me attention.
And all the shirts I wear, I'm like, blend into the background. Blend into the background.
To wear the shirt to bring in this first episode of the second season, which I will be introducing today. It's called Taro-chan. Step right up and have a look. It's time for Yami Shibai. All right, so we kick things off. We join a rookie police officer at a traffic safety meeting, getting ready to go on stage in front of a crowd of children. A voice comes over the speaker, introducing the officer and Taro-chan, which is his ventriloquist dummy. The officer goes on the stage and introduces himself and his dummy. The show starts off going well, but when the dummy is supposed to look left for the safety, his head gets stuck and it won't move. Instead of moving the whole dummy, which would make more sense, he forces the head to the left with all his strength. And with a pop, something falls to the ground. The officer worries he might have broken it, but he sees the children pointing at the dummy and looks down. The dummy's eyes are all white now. Taro-chan vibrates and jitters until it just stops. Taro-chan seems to be fine now. The officer wonders what the piece of wood was that fell to the ground. Was it a talisman? Throwback to season 1, episode 1. The show continues, though. But the officer isn't making the voice or moving Taro-chan. Taro-chan looks up at the officer and asks why he looks so scared. And the officer asks, how is he talking? Taro-chan says, well, I always wanted to talk, but you wouldn't let me. The officer yells, stop! So Taro-chan shoves his hand in the officer's mouth while the crowd claps at the amazing trick. The officer shakes Taro-chan, trying to take his arm out of him. The crowd laughs. Taro-chan starts to tell a silly story about how he came across a car while on his bike and went bang. The crowd howls with laughter. So funny. Bicycle injuries. Taro-chan's flailing around and asks, can I never play with my friends again? The officer freaks out, throwing Taro-chan on the ground with a heavy thud. The puppet, while on the ground in front of everyone, repeats in a whispering voice, it hurt, it hurt, it hurt. The end. He lost an arm there also at the end.
I skipped by that. I couldn't quite fit it in there. I'm actually a little disappointed you didn't use the word whimpering voice. You used whispering instead. A little disappointed.
Oh, I just misread it.
No worries.
Whimpering voice.
You're the one reading it. It's your call. But I think whimpering, it just adds such powerful feeling to it.
I can't read.
Yeah, like this one, whew.
I really appreciated the throwback to the first episode with the talisman. I don't think that was intentional, though.
I don't know. It could have been intentional.
I found it kind of weird that they never mentioned the talisman again. I kind of forgot about it until I was going through this, and I was like, oh, yeah.
It was such a little part.
It kind of happens. Yeah. Maybe that's got like more of a meaning to it than it means to me. But to me, I was like, oh, what is that in this case? Was he like cursed, or was the curse holding him back before maybe? Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that talisman suppressed his ghost powers or whatever.
That's my personal bet. That the puppet is some kind of good vessel for being possessed. Because what are the chances that a ghost that was hit by a car on a bicycle would just so happen to be in the puppet before the officer got it?
Oh, I didn't get that this was possessed by a kid that got hit by a bicycle.
You missed that?
I just thought it was a ghost. I thought it was repeating the story that he always said or something.
It could have been. Maybe it was influenced by him, which could easily be correct. But my interpretation, it was a ghost of a child who would possess the doll.
I think that's more correct. I like that better. It makes more sense.
It makes the it hurts when he's on the ground more sad.
That's like after he got hit by the car.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he says, "Can I not play with my friends again?"
Because he's a ghost stuck in the body. Yeah. That's cool. And the arm falling off is like representing that he got a broken arm or something.
Probably. Talking about injury, did you notice me clip my lip and I'm happy my lip's not bleeding?
No, right now?
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
During your description.
On your tooth or something?
When you said he shoved his arm into the officer's mouth, I went, and I was like, hit too hard.
You're dedicated, I guess. I didn't notice.
Blood everywhere, my method acting. Oh, you were enwrapped in the story, so I completely understand.
Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to mention.
Yeah?
But I think I might forget now, so it's fine.
Okay, I have a few more. Like we could talk about a lot. Like, why did they make him a rookie police officer? Like,
he doesn't look that rookie. Yeah, it kind of didn't really add anything to the story, did it? I guess that's the kind of person that does this kind of conference.
Yeah, maybe he's getting the short end of the stick. No one else wants to.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
But if he's able to do ventriloquism, thank you. He's always going to get stuck with this, even if he's not a rookie, right?
It's true. He's cursed for the rest of his career. I found it kind of confusing of when he was speaking and when the ventriloquist dummy was speaking, because they never animate the mouth in this show, so it was always just like, it's like, who's supposed to be speaking right now?
I never had that trouble. I wonder why.
I was really thinking about it. This also reminded me of the old trend of the ventriloquist comedian on YouTube. I can't remember his name.
Oh, is it Dunhern or something like that?
Oh yeah, something like that. Like,
he's a skeleton. He has
yeah,
the old man.
That was not funny. That was overrated.
It was funny for the time. People really needed a laugh after certain plane hit a certain building.
That was like 10 years before this was popular.
No, I think that happened around the same time. Because he had a dummy of the skeleton dummy was a failed terrorist.
I think it came out in like 2011.
Fine. Oh, we don't even remember his name though.
Jeff Dunham. You're pretty close.
Yeah. But I think that's the time he became popular, was right after that. Like, I think he was around before that, but he wasn't like, his peak was after then.
It's still a weird time.
People need comedy after something super depressing, like this.
Need a palate cleanser.
That's why I have the comments after we have our general discussion. So do you think those kids are scarred for life after this doll fell to the ground and says, "It hurts, it hurts"?
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
They went on a pretty big roller coaster. They were scared when his eyes went back. Then they thought it was hilarious when it was possessed. And then they went back to being terrified.
Yeah, why did people think that was funny?
I guess because they were impressed at his ability to make it look like it was talking.
Maybe. He did describe being hit by a car like bang, so I don't know. I don't think I would be laughing at this.
I mean, we've clearly established that I don't find ventriloquist dummies funny. So I wouldn't be laughing at any of this.
True, true. And we don't know if this was a bad ending. Like, maybe the officer got down, he cradled him in his arms. This is all fan fiction from here. He's like,
That's
don't
true.
worry, I'll take care of you.
Who knows what could have happened after the end?
That's my ending. That's the ending I want.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say now.
Oh, good.
This is another, once again, episode about listening to your parents. Don't ride your bicycle dangerously.
Yeah.
It's every single episode.
Or you're turned into a puppet.
The fate worse than death.
Shall we move on to the comments?
Yeah, let's see what people are saying about this one. I'm guessing there's a lot of the comments about the dummy being creepy.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of comments about that. The first comment is from Stark700. It's alive! It's alive! I'm glad this show is back. And the reason I grabbed this was the replies, if I remember correctly. Alex94 replied, same, a creepy start to a new season. And if I'm right, this is the first time the main character survived. And then someone replied to that, Resident Gundam, survived the evening, but not the night. Which made me laugh.
Which one was that from? It's familiar.
I know, right? I couldn't quite place it either.
I feel like it's another episode.
I don't think it's from Yami Shibai. I don't think. Here's the next one.
Sigtnock, wow, you gave me a hard name, said, why wouldn't he survive? The doll didn't really seem evil or anything. It just wanted to talk about riding really fast on the bike. Hey, maybe this is a chance for Japan to finally win Tour de France.
I like that random Tour de France. Yeah, this is the time.
That's a weird association.
Yeah. It's such a reach, it makes me laugh. Blood Raven.
Mm-hmm.
That's really sad. It was just the spirit of some little kid who got hit by a car. He didn't do anything bad. He just wanted to talk about what happened. I have the TT.
That's true. Yeah. This was a sad episode in that respect.
Yeah.
And at the end, that was probably the saddest Yami Shibai moment so far.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think Overhead Rack might be a little sadder, but this is a dead kid.
Dark, but the sad is like different. It's a different kind of sad.
Yeah, that's fair. Hard to compare.
Mike Loeven said, I'm wondering if perhaps the guy was the one who hit the kid.
Isn't that a crazy plot twist?
That would be a crazy plot twist. Because he said he wouldn't let him talk until now.
Right? But I don't think he's the one who put the talisman there. But if he's the one who hit the kid, that blew my mind. It does fit so well.
Maybe somebody hit the kid in general.
Yeah, probably. But the police officer, the rookie police officer doing it, would just... There's some more background.
Seems unlikely, but yeah, it's a good theory.
Midnight Fireflies. Masked Man came to scare the shit out of the kids at the park again.
Oh, I meant to mention.
Oh, yeah?
Was he that happy at the start of the first season?
I noticed that too. He went from really dark and creepy to really light and happy.
Yeah, it was so excited. I was like, whoa, it's unexpected.
I don't remember. I have to go back and look. Or listen, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love this from like the perspective of a parent being like, oh, that masked man came to scare the children again.
Oh, he's back. Bring the kids in. Jim Jam 405 said, oh god, that opening line just gets me. They make his voice sound duller and duller as the show goes on. Look out for it. It's creepy.
We were just talking about that.
We kind of mentioned that last season, I think, right?
Yeah, someone did mention it. And that's why I brought it back.
I feel like it was way more noticeable going from the last episode to the first one again.
Probably. Lonely San. Oh my god! Bicycle safety lesson learned! None of those children are... None of those children are going to be unsafe with bicycles again.
It's true. That was the most effective conference yet.
Maybe it was all the police's plan.
Book
Wyvern.
Wyvern said, I was a ventriloquist for a few years as a part of my puppetry team. This sounds like a fake story.
It could be.
We referred to our ventriloquism puppets as our partners, never as our dummies. Possibly that's why mine never came alive and tried to kill me. Okay, maybe not a fake story. I
Yeah,
thought it was going to have a creepy ending.
didn't make it creepy. So that was and an interesting fact. So I'm willing to bet this is real.
Yeah, I think that's probably real. I
'Cause
thought
that
there was
sounds
going to be
like
a creepy ending, like, oh, but then my dummy came to life. Like, no,
my dummy
get out of
bit
here
me.
with that. That ain't real.
So we have a hidden message. Oh, I hope it's relevant to what we're talking about and not completely out of left field. Oh, my, oh, me. From Love Echo. Only in fucking Ohio.
What? That makes no sense. Is that supposed to be a joke?
I don't know, but it makes me laugh more.
Interesting. Interesting
What?
sense of humor on this person.
Sorry.
Interesting sense of humor this person has.
He even hit it for a spoiler. Only in
It could have
fucking
taken place
Ohio.
in Ohio. They never told us.
Yeah, that's true.
Jello Cat says, "Who the hecky would clap like that? I would be scared. Like, how don't they notice? XD face."
Honestly, like we were
Oh,
talking
they
about
think it's
that.
impressive. They see it. They think he's moving it with his face or with his hand or his mouth covered.
Oh,
It's cool.
so Kuruwaza? Hello? Yes, I'd like a therapist. Yes, all of them.
That's a good one.
Oh, that would make me laugh too. Very good fake phone call. It's somehow they know that you need all of them. So that was the last comment. Some very good ones there.
Yeah, there are some funny comments.
A lot better than I was expecting. Like
Yeah, I thought more of them would just be like, "Ooh, creepy, very creepy."
there were a lot
Creepy
of
puppet,
comments about how
creepy.
creepy this was because people do not like partners. But yeah, a lot of good ones too.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, a lot of people also seem to be very disappointed by this, and I don't know why. Like they didn't like
I
it.
think if you don't realize some stuff about it, it's not as good.
Oh,
Like, I didn't like it as much before I realized that the ghost possessing the doll was probably the
canon.
ghost of a kid that got actually hit by a car. Like, if it's just like a doll talking, that's kind of like a trope and it's not as interesting.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. When you put it like that, it does sound super lame.
Yeah.
Could have been a voice box. uh, so the themes and metaphors. Do you have any ideas?
I think we already covered most of it. I don't really have any deep metaphors for this one.
I have one. How this kind of thing makes light of real tragedies, even if it is to teach children.
That's a good one. It's like you could experience this like terrible thing and then they like make light of it using the doll and it's not real.
Right? Like
You don't feel how it feels. Yeah,
I felt really proud in coming up with that one.
that's a good one. That's deep.
I'm smart. So, what was your personal score?
I think for me, at first I was actually lower, but then after discussing it, I've gone up a bit.
Hmm.
Um, like the first time I watched it, it was kind of more of the okay, talkie dummy, whatever. But
Yeah.
then when you mentioned like the possessing of like a spirit that was actually hit by a car, that makes it a lot better. So I'm gonna go with like an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Well, I went with an 8 too.
Unanimous
Yeah.
decisions.
So we
Good.
agree. Better than normal, not the best.
Yeah, definitely not like nowhere near a 9. It's like a light 8, but it's not bad.
Okay. Crack my fingers. Let me do the math on here, okay? Let's see. 8 and 8. 8 eats the 8, and the 8 poops the 8. So the 8 becomes a 16.
Good math. Good math. That's how I learned it in school.
It's just how they
We're
teach
doing a
you.
new ranking for this season, right?
Uh, it's really complicated to figure out the extra score, so I'll keep that for the end of season recaps.
Yeah.
So we're back to just me and your score again.
Yeah, and I think we should do a new ranking for this season, and then we can compare it to the other ranking at the end, or it'll be a lot to keep track of everything.
And then I can combine it later. Yeah, I'm up for
Yeah,
that.
it'll be way easier.
Just means Okay, so if we're doing it that way, that means this one is number 1.
And it's also the bottom one.
Ah, disappointing.
Off to a start. That's for sure.
I never thought it. I really like that idea of making this one its own tier list. I shouldn't say tier, its own list, and then combining them later. Yeah, I'm all for it.
I just think it's simpler. Trying to make your life easier.
If anything, you've added extra work, but that's okay. Anything else to say about the episode?
No. What do we got next episode?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. The next episode is called Kitchen.
That's very broad.
And
Possessed sandwich.
I love that idea.
Cheese.
Where's the beef? No.
No.
The only thing you got right is there is food involved, but it's not a sandwich.
Oh, well, I guess that was a given.
Thank you for joining me, Ghosty.
It's been good. See you in the next episode.
And thank you guys for being you.